Welcome to Peak Analytics.
Today, we remember and celebrate the extraordinary life of Mike Peters, a musical icon, a cancer survivor, a devoted family man, and a beacon of hope for so many around the world. Mike's journey was one of soaring highs, devastating lows, and a relentless drive to turn every challenge into a new anthem of resilience. If you're inspired by Mike's story, please like, share, and subscribe for more heartfelt stories like this. Mike Peters was born Michael Leslie Peters on February the 25th, 1959, in the small coastal town of Prestatyn, North Wales. Growing up in the heart of the Welsh countryside, Mike was drawn to music from an early age. He picked up the guitar as a teenager, inspired by the energy of punk rock and the poetic storytelling of folk. By the late 1970s, Mike was already making waves in the local music scene, but it was the formation of The Alarm in 1981 that would change his life forever. The Alarm quickly became known for their passionate anthemic rock songs tracks like 68 Guns, Strength, and Rain in the Summertime that spoke to a generation hungry for meaning and unity. Mike's voice, both powerful and vulnerable, became the rallying cry for fans across the UK and beyond. The band toured with legends like U2 and Bob Dylan, building a reputation for electrifying live performances and lyrics that tackled social issues head-on. But behind the scenes, Mike's life was about more than just music. In 1986, at the height of The Alarm's fame, Mike met Jules Jones. Their connection was instant. With 2 weeks, they were engaged. Jules became not just his wife, but his creative partner and, in many ways, his rock. Together, they built a family in Dysart, North Wales, welcoming 2 sons, Dylan and Evan, after a long journey with IVF. Their love story was one of deep partnership, mutual respect, and shared dreams. Mike's career continued to evolve through the 1990s and 2000s. Even after The Alarm's initial breakup in 1991, he never stopped creating. He released solo albums, collaborated with other artists, and even took on the role of lead singer for the legendary Scottish band Big Country from 2011 to 2013. In 2000, he reformed The Alarm, proving that his passion for music was as strong as ever. But perhaps the most defining chapter of Mike Peters' life began in 1996, when he was diagnosed with lymph cancer. For many, such a diagnosis would have been the end of the road. But for Mike, it was the beginning of a new mission. He fought back, went into remission, and used his experience to help others. In 2005, he faced another blow: chronic lymphocytic leukemia, a slow-growing but relentless blood cancer. Once again, Mike refused to let illness define him. He continued to tour, record, and inspire, becoming a symbol of hope for cancer patients everywhere. Together with Jules, who herself would later battle breast cancer, Mike founded the Love, Hope, Strength Foundation. Their goal was simple but profound: to save lives, one concert and one stem cell donor at a time. The couple organized charity treks to places like Mount Everest Base Camp, where they performed the world's highest concert to raise awareness for cancer research. Their journey was documented in films and TV specials, giving fans an intimate look at the challenges and triumphs of living with cancer. Mike's lifestyle was grounded in authenticity. Despite his fame, he remained humble and approachable, always willing to lend his voice to a good cause or play a benefit show for someone in need. He cherished quiet moments with his family in North Wales, drawing strength from the same landscapes that inspired his earliest songs. Friends and fans alike describe Mike as endlessly optimistic, fiercely loyal, and deeply compassionate. Financially, Mike Peters enjoyed the stability that comes with a long and successful career in music. While his exact net worth was never publicly disclosed, it's clear that he valued impact over income. His true legacy lies in the lives he touched through his music, his activism, and his unwavering example of courage in the face of adversity. Tragically, after nearly 3 decades of fighting cancer, Mike's journey came to an end on April 29th, 2025. In early 2024, he was diagnosed with Richter's syndrome, a rare and aggressive transformation of his chronic leukemia into lymphoma. Despite every effort and the love and support of his family, Mike passed away peacefully in Manchester, surrounded by those who meant the most to him. He was 66 years old. Mike Peters leaves behind his beloved wife, Jules, and their 2 sons, Dylan and Evan. But his spirit lives on in every alarm anthem, every life saved through love, hope, strength, and every person who finds hope in his story. Mike taught us that even when life is at its hardest, we can still choose to sing, to fight, and to believe in a better tomorrow. If Mike's story has touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of remarkable lives. And in the comments, let us know. What's your favourite Mike Peters song, or how did his journey inspire you? Let's keep his legacy of love, hope, and strength alive together.